Hello. Welcome to episode 50 of Monday Night Bloodbath, where we're going to talk about racism.
50.
Oh. We're going to talk about racisms, but we're not going to talk about the big racisms that everyone's talking about. We have other racisms. Lots of other racisms.
Soft
racism. Politicians doing the racisms. We've got college students doing the racisms. And
Black people.
We've got...
That's not news.
The government voting on racisms. Yes, that's right. There's a bill out there that they're trying to prevent racisms with speech that they voted on today that I did not check to see how that went. Anyhow, we'll get all to that. We've also got Charlemagne the God being a racist. Kamala Harris poked her head back out. She's drunk still.
What else is new?
We've got a great interview of Doge with big balls and all.
Oh.
We also have RFK coming out and talking about chemtrails, child trafficking, and the other thing that happened today that we'll talk about later. And then we also have Tulsi Gabbard talking about Anthony Fauci being in charge of COVID-19.
Oh.
Bring that bitch down.
We knew the whole time.
So yeah, we'll talk. We're gonna have to talk about the Anthony Fauci thing because the guy's got a pardon. Before we get into this, we're gonna do Shock's favorite thing. Shock, how are you doing, man?
I tried Belartro.
You what? Oh, you tried Belartro.
I did, yeah.
And you're not playing it right now?
I will once I'm done organizing my OBS. It's actually pretty fun.
It's fucking addictive. The one more hand thing is real.
You know what hooks you is the music. The music's fire.
Music is helpful, but like you lose a round and you're like, it's 12:30 in the morning. And you're like, I can do it. I can do it. Like, and you just don't fucking stop. It's addictive.
Yeah, it is addictive. But yeah, that's good. I've tried that. Having fun. The internet keeps pulling me back in, and it disappoints me every time.
What do you mean? Keeps pulling you back in?
I'm just. It's. I've coined it multiple times. All right, this is a good thing. I think the world is somewhat healing, but 2025 is the year of two retards fighting. Because every single gate, every time we want to put a fucking gate next to something, I just go, they're both retarded.
Okay.
Two idiots fighting in the street. Everything has to be a gate now. And I'm like, you know what? At least now we can pretend to stop liking each other. We can go back to disagreeing over like trivial things. I like it.
So I didn't bring any of the two retards fighting. I know there's a lot of that going on right now.
We're talking about Jews. Of course we're talking about
okay. Okay. Yeah. Are we actually talking about Jews? We're kind of talking about Jews, but not really.
Because
kind of, but not really. We're more talking about the idea of anti-Semitism.
Well, the GoFundMe thing that you have for the special mother is another example of two retards fighting, because it's one side getting upset with the thing that they were doing 4 years ago. It's no different.
Right.
But that's the theme. Stick with it. Two retards fighting. We're halfway through the year almost.
And speaking of retards, what? Well, I was introducing Steve, but I mean, you can go instead.
I was finished. Shock. It's one side getting upset of something that happened like a week or two ago when they're giving money to Carmel Anthony, and then they get and then they get upset when I guess people on our side give her money.
Nice.
I was like, you guys set their. I can never say this word. President. I'm not even trying.
Precedent.
Yes.
Precedent. They're setting a precedent.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, they're setting a precedent that you could just like someone you like agree with. You just give them fucking money, and it's like, why are we giving them money for doing stupid things?
Yeah.
I don't care that this woman's rich because you've been funding idiots for years. Why should I care?
I don't.
Yeah, my Wednesday evening is researching the Zuckerberg podcast tour and all the weird AI.
Oh yeah, that was so weird. That's a Thursday thing.
And then I also am going to be looking into all of the latest in the Carmelo Anthony versus fucking
I hate that that's his name.
Shayla Hendricks or whatever her fucking
Keep
name
thinking
is.
with the basketball players.
Shiloh.
I think of the Nuggets and I think of J.R. Smith. I think of the good old days.
I'm thinking on the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, it was with the Knicks.
Yeah. But introduce your brother.
Steve, how you doing?
Hi.
Well done.
Good job.
Well said.
You outdid me.
Yes.
And Dom, how are you?
Doing good. I was watching, speaking of Carmelo Anthony, I was watching some of the Knicks. They were, you guys called me a jinx, and when I was watching, they were getting destroyed. And then I gave up. I started walking my way back to where my computer is, and now I see they made a great comeback when I am not watching the
They're
game.
making a come because they lost every game to the
That
Celtics
means
this
you're
season.
jinx. They're
By
winning when you don't
apparently.
double digits.
Yeah.
They lost by double digits to every single Celtics game this season.
Yeah. So I shouldn't watch the game. I'm bad luck, I guess.
I
It's
would.
okay. That's how sports goes.
I kind of like Jalen Brunson, so I wouldn't mind if the Knicks won. But I don't really care about that particular series. So let's say hello to chat. We've got Kel saying "Hasta la vista, ese
Yeah.
Donaldo Trumpo."
Nice.
And then I don't know, Steve. I'm gonna need you to, or Steve or Shock. I've got two honorary Mexicans with me.
yeah.
Bandito Tardio e de Tranzero.
You're fucking
help?
late.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. That is why that one was censored into the live chat and not in top chat.
Really?
Then we got this douchebag in the chat. I'm
I
only
like
here to
all-
fight for the Latinas.
Oh,
I
all
like
right.
all the
Yeah.
Spanish talk in the chat. It's annoying me.
Feliz Cinco Deporto, mi amigos. Happy
Nice.
Cinco Deporto. By the way, this is a fake ass holiday. This is an American holiday. This has nothing to do with Mexico.
There's no one even parties in California over it.
Hey, I identified as Mexican today at work, and I was telling them that they're fucking like treating me like shit, and that I needed to go drink a beer. Like they were reprimanding me.
Yes, the true
A Corona?
Independence Day is
Yeah.
September 16th.
Fuck Coronas. You
Hey.
know what? Today
You're
is
wrong. You're wrong.
today. No,
You're
I'm not.
wrong.
Today is
Wrong,
Corona
wrong.
Day. All right.
You're
Sure,
wrong.
drink your Coronas on Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna have a Modelo. Light.
Modelo? Oh, you're a Modelo
Modelo's
guy.
or a Jalisco.
You're wrong.
The Estrella Jalisco's are better. They're
Wrong.
all better. Okay, you know what Corona's better than?
Wrong.
There's only one
Got
beer. Yes. Cut they shit.
Bud Light?
I'd rather have a Bud Light than
Oh,
a
get the fuck-
Tecate, bro.
you
Tecate's
gay,
nasty.
Bud Light tastes like nothing. Tecate at least tastes like something, especially when you
tastes
get
like
the lime and the
sewer
salt going.
beer.
No.
That's
No.
what Shock was drinking in Vegas. A lot of Bud Light.
I drank a bunch of them in Mexico because they hand that shit out for free.
Oh, all right. So the first thing I want to bring up is something that I'm actually I didn't get Shock's opinion on this when this happened over the weekend.
Oh my
You got-
god, I already showed everyone. I was at my family's house and I saw this and I showed it all to them. I put on the TV.
So I wasn't sure how you would feel about this. 'Cause I know
Oh,
you hate when like culture comes from politics or when
I
politics
love
does
this.
culture things.
I think it's funny, dude.
I think it's hilarious. I love the White House account on Twitter. It's fucking weird.
It's so good.
They just troll the shit out of everything.
They do.
Like I don't have it, but they just did something else that was hilarious.
Kind of like yesterday with the May the 4th post.
Yes, the May the
That was
4th
White
post.
House, right?
Oh, I missed that. They did a May the 4th post.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they fucking turned.
I like
Trump
retweeted
and go
it or
Sith.
something.
He had the red
No
fucking lightsaber and like cut off
way.
sleeves and stuff.
I missed that.
They were like, "Oh, he has the red lightsaber. You're saying he's evil?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just fucking AI.
Yeah.
It's because he's Republican.
Right. Yeah, there's that as well.
That's why it's red.
Yes. So what do we want to go into first?
Yeah. We go.
I think start with
Fortnite?
the woman.
The
Oh,
woman?
Fortnite?
Yeah.
Which one?
Nah, we can do your first. Woman first,
I just-
right? Lady.
we have to- We got to do the mother before Portnoy. I think that's all that matters.
Yes.
And hello, Fractured. He says, build the wall, deport them all.
Oh,
What's
that
with
rhymes.
the illegal speak in the chat? Deport them as well.
Yeah, deport them. You know what
God,
Dermy did in Ballbusters? He said something in French. Deport
Took
him
a shit?
too. Yeah, exactly.
I
And
don't know.
Steve's excuse is, but the Latinas cook and clean.
It's true. It's true.
Some
And
of them.
they look good
Some of
doing it.
You got to get a brown one, dude. Don't get a white Latina. Those are the worst.
The high class ones, yeah, you can't.
Trust
Can't get the high
me.
class. Trust me.
I got 3 kids with one, so chata.
And
Shut the fuck up.
hello, Sam. He says, El Cinco de Mayo mi apesta el culo. Something about his butthole.
Can you
Yes.
stop the Spanish talk in the chat?
Why, bigot?
Because I can't understand what it means.
You'll pick it up eventually, especially when someone hot's yelling it at you.
Yeah, dude, like I'm barely catching on to what's being said in there. Like I totally need like the attitude behind the fucking voice.
Yeah.
Because then it's like I'm not even listening to him. It's just like, okay, yeah, she's pissed.
See, 6 now? No, 6 later. That's all I need to know.
So, okay, just to reiterate, I don't have anything on this dumb Shiloh bitch.
Who?
I watched the video of someone
Because the reason why I don't have anything is because I wanted more time, because more news came out today. Apparently they took down her GoFundMe and everything. I want to bring that all
what the fuck?
Thursday and figure, like, I've got to figure everything that's going out, and
We can at least talk about the reactions.
Wild, yes. So that's what I want on Wednesdays, because I want to get all of the wild fucking takes on both sides of the thing.
Wait, they took hers down and they have that fucking killer Kamala Anthony still up?
Yep.
I have not confirmed that, but supposedly hers is down. And Carmelo Anthony is still up.
I get it's a bad word to say, but I mean, I believe killing someone's 10 times worse than saying that word. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, right. There's the whole he innocent until proven guilty in the court of law type thing.
He admitted to it. He said, "Yeah, I killed him."
Yeah.
Who?
I know.
There's an issue with free speech in play, but at least say if you think both are bad, take both down. Dom's pointing out the hypocrisy of it all.
I can compromise on that.
All right. So if we want to just go straight into the racism things, we're gonna do Charlemagne the God first, because
all right,
this is fucking hilarious. This just goes to show who these people are.
They're retarded.
Yes, sure, it sounds good in theory. Let's manufacture stuff in America, but it costs too much motherfucking money to manufacture things in America. But does it have to?
I don't know if it costs too much.
But that's my point. Does it have to?
I don't think it costs too much.
Why is he sitting like a bitch?
What? He's cool. I know he is.
He sits like he's got nothing between his legs.
I know, but he's also someone
he could be cool, but he sits like a bitch.
He also victimizes himself for being Jewish too. He got on my nerves for all that.
Yeah.
He cries about anti-Semitism all the time, but he's not retarded. He's got a good set of brain between his heads, and he's really funny.
So, Gal here says that they took the ability to send comments on her Give Send Go. They did that a couple days ago, from what I understand, or a few days ago or something. But from what I understand, it is gone now. I don't know, but I know they took the comments down over the weekend or something. And here's
Russian
with his commie talk,
comrade.
And
what does that even mean?
The
Blasphemy.
Jap shit.
Oh, that means
talking Japanese?
That means it's not hentai in Korean. Or actually, no, my bad. It means tentacle hentai because he's adding Samuel.
This is Spanish speaking chat tonight. Well, what about Sam?
Ah.
Sam's over here breaking all the rules.
What does that even mean?
Shit.
What does it mean?
I think that that's a convenient lie that they tell us. I think you can manufacture things here. And then people go, "Oh, a cell phone will cost $30,000." He goes, "I bet you $1 million fucking dollars it don't cost $30,000 once you start making it."
That's what I'm saying. Does it have to? They say that, right? Man, just cost too much to manufacture in America. Does it have to?
How come this guy hasn't gone to a speech therapist?
I have to.
Like, what's with the lisp?
It's
who are these two guys anyway? You never.
So okay, this is Charlemagne the God. He's got like a huge fucking radio show or whatever.
You don't know who Andrew Schultz is?
Black radio, and then Andrew Schultz is a comedian.
I've heard of him. Yeah,
He's funny. He's a comedian. He's funny. He honestly, the only thing I don't like about him is he victimized himself for being Jewish. But other than that, he's been pretty based and funny. I like him.
He is a disaffected liberal.
Yes,
and he is a leftist.
Oh.
he
let Joe Biden say,
"Oh,
if you don't vote for me, you're not black."
That's where that came. That came from his show. He said that
him?
to his fucking face.
Yes.
If you don't know from me or Trump, you ain't black.
He said that to him.
Why does it?
Well, it costs the companies.
Oh, and then
I don't know if it's going to cost.
G Prime 85 made one of the best political comics of the century. I'm gonna find it. It's literally just one of the best comics of 2020 of all time. I hope in 2050 they show this comic in like history books.
You know, I think I might have to deport the chat. What the fuck is going on?
I know. Fucking irritating me. Nah.
And Kel is like the whitest person I know who lives in Iowa of all places, and he knows all.
He
this
likes
shit.
Mexican food, bro.
It's like, Sam, what the hell is that language? It's like
that's Cyrillic. It's some sort of Russian or who knows what.
Oh, great! I can only find. I'm not.
Maybe he's Ukrainian.
I don't want to show this guy. Can I show it on
all
a
right.
different?
Hold on, we got to finish this clip.
Cost the consumer.
Well, why does it cost the company?
Because you got to pay people much larger wages than they are getting paid overseas. So if you brought all this manufacturing back to America,
who's pretending to
like
be God?
it's factory jobs and it's mass production.
It's the producer. He's explaining things.
You ain't God. You ain't Morgan Freeman.
Like, are you going to pay everybody $15 an hour, or are you going to pay them $45 an hour?
Well, you know what you do. You build the manufacturers and stop the deportation, and you take the people that you're deporting and put them in those factories and pay them those low wages.
No, but on
he literally said it. You put the illegal immigrants in the factories and you pay them the low wages.
Low wages, yes.
There's no such. They do not believe in anything that they say they believe in. They do not believe in the equality or any of this shit. They just want their fucking easy lives.
Who's gonna clean your house, Daddy?
Exactly. This is just like fucking what's her face Osborne.
Oh, Cheryl.
No, it was the daughter.
Oh,
on The View or some shit, saying like, "Who's gonna clean her toilet?" Like, what a bitch.
What an own man to herself.
Now there's some cope.
On the real, part of the problem is
that's kind of slavery. It's not exactly, but like
it's kind of like slavery.
I love disaffected liberals because they keep their morals, and they notice that the people that they've been supporting don't actually support their own morals, and they go, "Wait, I was taught slave wages is basically slavery." Some people may disagree, but it doesn't matter. Like there is no continuity between the actual ruling class and the disaffected, politically homeless liberals. And it's so funny to see him be like, "Yo, that's slavery. I thought you were a Democrat. What are you talking about?"
It's okay that the children in China make 10 cents a day.
Yeah, it's okay if they
totally
do
acceptable. That's China. It's different over there.
Yeah.
Think about slavery. I'm just saying that you build the factories and you take the people who actually want to work in those factories for those low wages and let them go.
You want to?
What do you mean by who? Are these not citizens?
There's your voice.
Fucking bullshit, man. It's elitist bullshit.
There's your producer right there.
Yeah.
You also
Find a way to build a fit this that can be function here. Simple as that.
But we also have to be real. Americans, for the most part, don't want those jobs.
Stop it! I don't subscribe to that. Stop it! That's bullshit.
I don't believe
That's bullshit rhetoric that they tell you.
Well, if they don't,
Yep, just idiot racists.
Stop deporting people here illegally.
Why? So they can fucking have more factories to rob?
Hey, what's up, Sherry? Yeah, he's fucking loser.
Kill more innocent Americans on the street.
Moron.
Yeah,
I can't even read the chat. I don't know what the fuck is going. Now look,
Sam.
That's Allah Akbar. That's what it says.
Durka,
Durka.
Muhammad Jihad.
Like I'm gonna go after the show and like translate all this and see what they're saying. Because it's annoying me. I don't want
It's
to.
usually nice when I translate it when he speaks common to me. I like to ask Grog.
So I'm gonna pull up some stuff, and maybe Shock can talk us through this because I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention.
Wait, you got to pull up the greatest political cartoon of the century.
Oh, that's right. You've got that.
This needs to be in history books.
It should be in history.
I'll never vote for you. Then I'm afraid you ain't black. She sucks the black out of her. Now she's a white girl.
All Pelican.
Beautiful.
This is not surprising.
What?
I have been regularly disappointed with Grok over the past couple of weeks. And it not being accurate. So, anyways, we had this thing happen this weekend.
A thing?
Yeah, a thing. We're like, someone had this sign at a bar.
We don't promote racism on the show.
Yeah, we do.
This isn't my sign. This is just a sign.
Yeah. We wrote this in Vegas.
You did?
Yeah,
It was Darmy.
On the pegboard thing?
Yeah, then we did it.
Did he really?
No. Anyway, so
I
basically,
was like, how drunk did you get him?
Dave Portnoy is kind of a bit of a sponsor of a lot of local bars in like Jersey and New Haven and New York. And York. He owns a lot of bars. He's funded a lot of bars. He's a cool dude, right? Simply just like, I want more bars to be around. Therefore, I'm just going to start fucking funding them. Like he's been doing that for years. Right. And so a lot of bars do this. They have bottle service, right? Where you can pay a really hot waitress to dress skimpy, bring you bottles. And then there's a sign that you can put whatever you want on the sign. And that's a part of the bottle service. So you can have the ladies hold these signs around and they can say whatever you want. And most people do things like, I don't know, like I feel like this cannot be the only slur that's been on this sign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Giants fan or faggot or something. Like that's something
silly.
that I would put on there.
And there's no like rules to it. Like you can put anything you want, right?
No, these are just some bimbo waitresses that get like thrown $500 and they go, "Hey babe, put this on the sign and bring me champagne." Like that's what bottle service is. And so someone posted this and the internet flipped out over it. And then I have the video of Portnoy too.
Oh, I just watched that.
This is the kid who supposedly helped with the sign, come up with the sign is what I'm from what I can
not
figure
to
out.
jump the shark too much because
Do you want to show the Portnoy video first?
Portnoy video is probably should be shown first. Because it's ironic because he gets upset that there's an anti-Semitic Jew slur. So then he goes full Jew mode about being called a Jew when he's like, I fucking funded all these bars. There's not going to be anti-Semitism when bars that I give money to. And it's like, okay, you only care because it's this particular slur because you give money to them. Yeah, this totally helps why people think, air quote, the long-nosed people run the world. It's super overreactionary. And the way that he treats the workers there, and we later find out that the people who are involved are college students. The way, like, cancel culture is 100% fucking bad. Like, this shit is sickening to me. So, yeah, you can go play it.
Yeah, he calls them all out.
I'm ready to go to the Met Gala. And all of a sudden, my phone, the last hour or two.
Wait, did he say he's going to the Met Gala?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Fucking shit.
I know.
You know who's not going?
I don't give a shit about LeBron. I don't even know why his tweet showed up in my fucking feed. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I wish we actually didn't lose because LeBron got hurt. I think Luka could have brought us to the fucking.
See, that's why I don't want to bring up. I don't want to distract from the.
Do you believe that LeBron James is hurt?
No.
Okay. It sounded like maybe you did. But that's another conversation.
I said I hoped.
Let's listen to this.
Yeah, let's go back to the video.
My phone's fucking blowing up. Our bar in Philadelphia, Barstool Sampson Street, usually a great fucking bar. You know, bottle service, people buy drinks. You get a sign. There was a sign yesterday that said, "Fuck the Jews." I've been shaking. I've been so.
He's shaking.
He did not
say that.
Let me shake. He's so mad.
Shaking.
He's so hurt.
Fucking mad for the last 2 hours. Like, I instantly got on. This is why the emergency press conference was late, because I was so over the top. It's like, I'm gonna fucking make it my life fucking mission to ruin these people. Like, I'm coming to your throat. I'm never ending. And I just sat.
All BLM, bro. This is the same shit we hear about BLM people going to their throat, full circle. Find these people.
He's trying to
shut them down. Like, it's so weird how it creeps up like a fucking gremlin, dude. It's like he saw the ring of power and just turns into a fucking golem.
He's trying to look good to like these people online. Like, so don't come after me, right? I'm not.
It's this little sensitive spot that they have. They fucking victimize themselves. They can't help it.
Well, it's fucking 2020s, right? It's you have to be the victim. Like,
yeah.
Most people don't realize it though. That's the kind of the thing.
They don't realize that they're being a little bitch.
Yeah, well, they could say whatever they want about white people or BLM, but all of a sudden they can't apply the same principles to themselves.
I think culture is the victim here for having to listen to this fucking pussy bitch.
I love Dave Portnoy. Like, I really do.
Dave Portnoy is like
this. I don't mind him. Yeah, there's something.
He's cool. Dave Portnoy is a centrist. All right, he's half retarded, half not retarded.
I will never be convinced that Dave Portnoy is bought or paid for. Everything he says genuinely came out of his head.
I will agree with you on that. I do think he is authentic.
Very authentic.
Fun fact, I follow him in his trades and shit in the stock market. Dude's pretty fucking smart.
Oh yeah, I love watching his stock streams. They're so much.
He also
fun.
said he's just started following Nancy Pelosi.
And he eats and he eats a pizza the right way too.
By folding it?
Fucking folds it because he's from New York.
Oh no, he's from Boston.
Look at the flop. Not too much flop. Enough flop where I can fold it.
He's from Boston.
Yeah, he's a Boston guy. Yeah.
He's Boston. Forgot.
Yeah.
I went to the Barstool Sports Bar when I went to Tennessee to go to Bonnaroo.
When was that?
Last year.
Oh. All right.
About right now. Like, I got home from Vegas and like 3 weeks later I went to fucking Bonnaroo.
I'm sorry, Sherry.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Dom feels your pain.
Oof.
All right, let's see what else he's got to cry about.
For the last 2 hours, I have been on the trail.
Yes.
She's in the city. I'm alone.
And then we all just insulted Dom the Tire.
How? Hey, you put that in English.
The pizza thing. And she did put it in English because she wanted you to be able to read it.
She wanted me to see that one.
Oh, it's okay, Sherry. I'm
on the trail. You think I'm going to put up with this shit at my bar? So I've been hunting down waitresses, the table who did it, and everything you can fucking name. Because I want fucking consequences for fucking actions. So I'm not just sitting back like, oh, what are you going to know? Trust me. I have been on it.
So did you fire your staff?
This is the apology tour that he doesn't even have to fucking take.
Bro, I follow him, I see all his tweets because I genuinely follow him. I didn't see anybody being like, dude, where the fuck is this? I see people clowning on him for this. I don't know who he's talking about. It was like, people are asking me, like, why aren't you doing anything, my representative Jew? Why aren't you defending me? It's like, I've never seen that.
So I don't think this is the case, but I just noticed his shirt. Is there any chance this is a troll?
Oh, Taylor's.
I just fucking noticed that. I did not notice that.
Notice at the same time Sherry did.
Yeah.
He also does look like a handsome thumb with hair. I added the handsome.
Stupid.
Shock.
I'm not shocked when the guy drinks Bud Light.
No, I don't. I don't drink Tequete either.
What?
It's shit anyway.
Pinche cabrón, say it right.
I hate Tecate. It's garbage.
It's just you, gal.
Yeah.
You married a Mexican.
What?
What about Mexicans?
Shock had to go mute.
Oh, wait,
because
hold on.
he had to mute because there was about to be a domestic violence dispute.
You're not wrong.
I believe the two waitresses responsible for the table already fired. I talked to one of them, one of the dumbest fucking humans I've ever talked to in my life. She's at a fucking dance recital. She's like, can I call you back in 20? No fucking honey, you fucking can't. This is your one chance to talk to me.
Bro, that's your employee and she's not on the clock.
I know. It's not even an employee though. It's just I give you a lot of money, honey. So
That's chopping me.
Huh? Oh, is Dom losing connection?
oh no.
What is happening?
There's a plague going around. First Tiff, now Dom. Well, there he is. That was weird.
But yeah, it says I wasn't in or something, but it showed me in the picture. It was weird.
You were here.
You didn't freeze or anything, so you're good.
But I was talking to the microphone, and the green symbol wasn't popping up.
Your
so-
upload's fine. Your download's not.
What the hell is going on? YouTube
look-
says she can't watch. Have a good night. Are we being too
Dang it.
racist for
Did
YouTube?
I say, bro? Hey, remember when we played Among Us? And the first 10 rounds, it was a Jew every time. I kept screaming, "The Jew! It was the Jew!" That stream got a hit. It got instantly privated. So we may be screaming the J word. I'm screaming the J word too much.
Hey, can you guys hear
Happened to
me?
me before.
Yeah, we can
Yeah, I
hear you.
hear
Can
you.
you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Just don't think my picture in the top left froze. That's weird.
It's running for me. We can see you and hear you fine, so it's
Okay,
definitely
all
your
right, yeah,
download,
just
not your
stay with it.
upload. You're still uploading fine.
Okay.
Idiot, total idiot, this girl. I've talked to the guy Mike Wade who's tagged. Guess what? He wasn't even fucking there. I had this kid basically in tears turning state witness to me, rolling on the people who were there. I've talked to one of the two guys who fucking did it. He's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. He's basically crying to me. And I'm just like, I don't fucking buy it for a second. Who the
Oh
fuck
my
would do
God,
that
they're just
sign
doing their
in my
job,
fucking
dude.
bar? You think I'm just gonna sit
Come
here?
on, Dave.
I'm gonna make it my fucking mission to put you in lights. My fucking mission.
So did you fire your manager of the shift?
No, because he got down on his knees hard enough.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like these are all people you hired. Like, this is a reflection on you, if anything. You
No, he
fucking
didn't
twat.
hire them. He helped.
He's just the guy who
helps
gives them some
fund them.
money.
He
Yeah.
just gives them some money and helps fund them. That's it.
But this
That's
is fucking gay.
This is it's super
Yeah.
gay.
It looks fake to me. Like, well, it's like real, but like he is trying to force emotion.
Exactly.
Virtue
He's
signaling?
trying to.
He's
yeah, he's trying.
victimizing himself.
He's trying to look good too much. Look good too much. I
Uh-huh.
feel, right?
Yeah. He's virtue signaling. He's trying to like Shock's saying, victimizing himself. He's trying to like push the blame on someone else, which no one was coming at you anyways, bro.
I think victimizing is more accurate because I do think he's offended by this. I do think this bothers him, but it's just why do you still let this bother you when we went through these years of like more racism when there wasn't racism?
Is he a Jew?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Jewish.
I was curious if he was a Jew. Oh, you know what? I remember him talking about what's his bucket? The other one. The other fucking
Oh,
TDS motherfucker.
I
Michael
forgot his
Rappaport.
name. Rappaport. Yes, Rappaport. Because he's making fun of him.
Kid's crying. I just hung up on his ass. I go, I'm giving you 1 fucking hour. 1 fucking hour. 2 kids go to temple. Tell me, how do I make this fucking right before I go fucking ape shit? You want to take anti-Semitism classes? You want to do whatever? You make it feel right. I don't need your fucking tears. The Mike Wade kid wasn't even fucking there. Was in the bar. We got the footage, not even fucking bar. Trust me, they're pulling the footage, they're doing this. I'm 20 steps ahead. I'm using everything. I'm like, I am going to come for your fucking throat unless you give me answers. The 2 girls at the bar, idiots. This one girl, one of the waitresses, I just told her, like, you're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever talked to. 25 years old, going on fucking 2, you fucking dumb fuck.
This is dumb.
This is insane. It's this huge power trip of I give you money, therefore I get to make these demands of you.
Yeah.
I get to demand and do whatever I want because I gave you a lot of money. And it's like when people just give you a bunch of money, there's no such thing as getting a bunch of money with no strings attached. They will use that shit against you, and you can hear it. The management crying, "Oh, I'm gonna take anti-Semite classes, all because the guy who gives me a lot of money, is upset."
It's cancel-y, cultural-y type shit going on.
Yep.
Dumb. Dave Portnoy's a moron.
So yeah, they may have.
Yes, Gary's a moron. Yes.
What's worse is there's this kid that went to Temple that got suspended for suspicion. They haven't even proved it was him yet. He got suspended just based off of suspicion. And yes, his name is Mohammed. So either this is a joke. I would like for it to be a joke, but maybe it is politically motivated. But even if it is politically motivated, like, you still have a right to say your political motivations. And that's a whole nother conversation. We're letting too many other kinds of people in the country that don't want to be Americans and they want to harm Americans. That's a whole nother conversation to be had. But the point is that they don't have proof on this kid. We just see brown kid Mohammed said F the Jews. And it's like, well, it's suspicion. You don't even have proof. I would like there to be proof of anything, but I'm assuming more often than not that sign was a joke with a bunch of college kids drunk on a bunch of money, just having fun for a night.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah.
But if it is politically motivated, get your fucking proof. You're suspending a kid off of suspicion.
Let me ask you, I hate to play this game, but if it said fuck white people, would that mean that much?
No, nothing. No one would say shit.
No, and you know who would cry about it? The grifters that no one likes. And they would get downplayed.
Dave Portnoy would not be making an emergency broadcast reaction.
No, he would not.
Whatever he calls it.
And I wouldn't care or be offended by it.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. Yeah.
Except for the fact that he would do it for anyone else.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid.
And then Shock, like, did you put that like in the group chat? Like, they want to come after this person's family too, like his parents.
Yes.
I think he did. So someone put a like these people are insane. Like going after him is not enough. They have to go after his family and like,
it's in the private chat. Yeah, it's just some normal mom.
Yeah, like it's just like a sport to them, like to bring people down and their family and shit like that.
Well, this is like she's not a MAGA mom, but she is in the cultural right. I share way too many mutuals with this chick. I share a lot of mutuals with this chick. But yeah, it's the right is embracing cancel culture. She, like, random people are saying we need to find this 21-year-old asshole and let him know that he can't think, say, or do anything he wants. And his parents should reinforce that. If not, let's change that. Where are his parents? Where do they work?
That's like what does his parents got to do with it?
The last part is where you cross the second part. Asking what are his parents' names and where do they work? That's literally what the fucking left was doing.
Yep.
And this bitch follows the fucking quartering. And quartering got attacked very early in 2020. They went after his sponsors and said, we know this guy lives. Look what he said. Don't sponsor this guy. He lost his sponsors. Like, we didn't like it. And we said, this isn't right. And now you're advocating for the same thing.
Yep.
What am I looking at here?
The top one.
Mo Khan is a 21-year-old asshole that thinks he can say and do anything he wants. And his parents that reinforce that thought. Let's change that. What are his parents' names? Where do they work? So yeah, it's more of the shit that's going on with
cancel culture.
Yeah.
And so, and back to the mom who called the little like kid the N-word or whatever. Like the pendulum's always gonna tilt too far to the other side. It's impossible to balance such a thing, and people can't. What's up?
She shouldn't have called the kid that. She should have called the parents that.
I agree. But the thing is you've been funding fucking murderers and calling it BLM. And yet you don't expect the other side to just overreact to the things that and so you're getting upset at things that you were just doing last week, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And so I'm seeing these two group of people fighting and I'm like, you're both fucking retarded. One's overreacting way too much. And the other one, it's like, well, you're a hypocrite. You have no room to talk. You can't criticize. You can give a GoFundMe to fucking Jacob Blake, but this is somehow worse.
Good question, Sam. I don't know if the parents were there or if that 5-year-old was just running around all by itself.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the scoop of it, is that the black kid had autism and he was fucking with all the kids and all that stuff, and the parents weren't there. And so then the white girl was yelling at the kid, and then the parents came like way later.
I don't care if the kid's got autism. I think autism is used as an excuse a lot of the times for bad fucking parents.
Agree.
I think parents never force their kids to fucking behave, and so they're just like, he's on the fucking spectrum. And it's like, no, bitch, you just never try.
And you don't have to call a little kid that. You can call him like a little shit or something like that.
Yeah.
I've been called that as a kid. You know, you're being a little shit right now.
Is there a video of the little kid like where you see him? Because like
no, that's the other thing is we don't have any evidence that that's what actually happened. Like if the kid was in her diaper, if her kid was in her kid's diaper bag, like it sounds a little me. Oh.
Yeah, but we are in this position with GoFundMe's going up to $200K for a white girl saying the N-word. Oh,
I think it's 6. I know it's Give Send Go. I think, right?
Yeah, it's Give Send Go.
Doesn't matter.
600K.
We have a 600K Give Send Go because we've been giving like millions of donations to other air quote victims like Jacob Blake. And when you point out like, why are you funding a murderer? It was in the name of BLM. And so then all you're going to see is overcorrection. If you can't call your own side out, you're never going to have balance. You're just going to have the pendulum overcorrecting itself. So that's why I say this is the year of two idiots fighting. Because I'm just like, this white woman's retarded, but the other side, you're hypocrites. There's no room for you to be fucking mad at this. It's the same shit you do.
It's worse.
Oh, way worse. Yeah, like
the motherfucker killed somebody, guys.
Killed you. You're a murderer.
And he's walking free right now.
Right? And he's halfway to being well, actually his family's halfway to being millionaires because he a fucking
no way. We also have the black jogger, which ended up being more of a house break-in thing. And now we have an actual jogger.
And those dudes are in jail.
Those dudes are in jail. It's like, well, you have the same instance with some jogger had an altercation and he died and you don't care.
Yes. So the guy is a supposed sex pest of the worst kind.
And he's at a playground.
And he was at a playground. Supposedly those charges were dropped.
Yeah.
But
years ago
okay, so he's I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Somalian in Minnesota.
See, I don't
know.
I watched like everyone's favorite person, Matt Walsh. He covered the story because I didn't know too much about it. So I know the show is coming up. I'm like, let me watch.
I have Matt Walsh clips for Thursday.
I'm like,
is
let me
he
watch
actually
this
talking about politics? I don't.
He talks
about the show.
The Shiloh stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's like a 20-minute video.
Let's get back. Hold on. We got to focus on the Jews. All right. So
let's do it.
Talk about the Jews.
I've got this tweet from Marjorie Taylor Greene. The only reason I saw it is because Thomas Maxey actually quote tweeted it and said, I agree. She says, I will be voting no. It is my job to defend America's rights to buy or boycott whomever they choose without the government harshly fining them or imprisoning them. Weird. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is why we are voting on a bill on behalf of other countries and not the president's executive. Okay, they're the president's executive orders that are for our country. So I agree with this, but this was unnecessary. Let's talk about this. So the House will vote on Monday. I checked. It didn't vote today. It was pulled from the schedule. No information on when it's going to come back. But so it says the House is going to vote on H.R. 867, the IGO Anti-Boycott Act, sponsored by Rep. Mike Lawler, fines up to $1 million, prison sentence up to 20 years for Americans participating in boycotts of Israel or its settlements if the boycotts are endorsed by international bodies like the UN or the EU. I don't even know why this last line matters. Like, what the fuck are you talking? If these boycotts are endorsed by international bodies, like, what?
I don't understand how foreign countries can be involved in boycotts. That's like as if it's saying, I guess, international like consumers, or is it talking about like actual like governments? These. It's funny.
And yeah, Sam's right. There must be a mad lag today. Yeah, so I don't think this is for individuals who boycott. Well, it says for Americans participating in boycotts of Israel.
I wonder if
why is this even a thing?
Agreeing.
Like, why is this a thing?
Oh,
What do
I
you
know.
mean? What do you mean people can't boycott things if these things are approved by Israel or whatever? Like, this makes no sense.
If any Republican votes yes for this, it's because they own shares in Bud Light.
Well, there's a lot of them that own shares in Anheuser-Busch.
Yes. Anheuser, yeah.
So fines up to $1 million, in prison with 20 years for what, boycotting Israel stuff?
So yeah, I think it's if your like business or your NGO boycotts Israel.
Yeah.
But
that is crazy.
It does say American. So
yeah.
Either way, why is this even like this shouldn't be a thing? You can't tell people what they can or cannot boycott.
How do you enforce this?
That is fascism.
This isn't supposed to be a free country.
And then how do you say I'm not boycotting it? I just don't want it.
You're boycotting it because
that's different.
Because politicians that own shares in particular companies aren't growing the way their portfolios expected them to be. Interesting. So do you force other competition out by taking the shelves of something that's popular but not well backed out of sell? I don't fucking know. Do you tariff things that are international? I don't know.
So the House is voting on Monday for it?
Who proposed this bill?
Lawyer. I don't remember. I already took it down.
That's wild.
Oh, okay.
Do you think we're not done yet? We're not done with the racisms. We're getting away from the Jews though.
Okay.
We're gonna get away from the Jews.
Everything's racist, right?
But we're gonna talk. We're gonna look at what one of our own representatives back in the wonderful state of Minnesota.
Oh no. Fuck this bitch.
Oh yeah, he shared this. This is your fault, Dom.
I know.
Sam is 100 on this. Boycott every country that is not us. Amen.
I like it.
There was also another video I'll play with her after. After you play this video.
So yeah, well, let's listen to what this dumb bitch has to say.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white man across.
So our country should be more fearful of white men.
You can't even make a complete sentence.
Of white man across our country because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Right. White men are causing most of the deaths within this country.
Because we make up the majority. It's math. Okay. It's math.
Simple math.
There's that whole what's the fucking word? Hi, Cash. Everything is racist.
Cheers, boy. What's up? He bitches.
What's the word? What's that fucking word? God damn it. I want to let her
Oh yeah, bitch.
Yeah. I'm gonna let this dumbass keep talking. Maybe that word will come.
Yeah, but at the end,
we should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
I agree. I will agree if we get rid of TSA entirely.
Can you imagine if someone else
said
said
a weird
this
joke?
about...
Kind of, but kind of not.
It's like, yes, we should go all in on the white people and let the terrorists just
absolutely. I just want some continuity and some coherence with their opinions.
Isn't she with the white guy too?
No, her cousin. She's a cousin lover.
So what does that mean? She got shut down by the DOJ on this? Do you mean that she got censored or whatever? Like she got a fucking stirred talking to from?
She got uninvited to the orgy. Like,
yeah. Right. But what I do like about this,
I got another video of her.
Hold on. I want to show.
Yeah. You can show yours.
Yeah. This is what we need. JD Vance retweeting this. This is just sick. It's actually genocidal language. What a disgrace this person is. CNN will not play this clip. Wait, actually, is this on CNN?
I would say
you won't hear anybody talking about this. I don't know who that's.
No.
I don't know what network this guy belongs to, but you won't hear the mainstream media talk about this. This moment is past. It's over. They are not going to call her out on any of this except for like Jesse Waters, right? Like he'll say something in Hannity or whatever.
Yeah, Fox News.
Hannity's still a thing. Like I don't even know.
No, it's Gutfield. Gutfield is like the most popular Fox guy now.
Yes,
right.
And he's funny. He's good.
So what do we got here? Oh yes, this was just if
it was like a few days ago or something.
Or yeah. Share this tab.
Congresswoman Omar, I'm Miles Morrell with the Daily Caller News Foundation. Do you think more of your Democratic colleagues should be traveling to El Salvador to advocate on behalf of Rodrigo Garcia?
I think you should fuck off. Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry, what?
Congresswoman? Fuck off.
Who should?
You.
Why me?
We're not taking any questions right now, but here you go.
Yeah, thanks. Congresswoman Omar.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking arrogant.
Hey, you know what?
Son of a bitch.
How she spoke pretty clear English there. How come she like we should monitor white man and then she goes fuck off? I'm like, what?
Well, it's just like everyone else with their accents, and I agree completely with Sam. Omar's not stupid. She's a foreign agent undermining U.S. cohesion.
That's what I just said.
I don't have the clip, but you can find a ton of clips of her saying how Somalia is her country. Yeah. And she's not. She does not claim this America.
There's a lot of good people that want to legally migrate to America. And I love them. They're great. But this is the primary argument why people don't like dual citizenship. You can't just be an American citizen and then pledge to help the other, to be foreign, to technically just be foreign interference for your second citizenship.
Hold on. I just got some breaking news. You guys talk about some shit.
Oh my, breaking news. Weird thought.
Well, Shock, out of the squad, what they call the squad, her, AOC, Presley.
Yeah.
Which one annoys you?
I think her and AOC are the only ones left.
Oh really? Oh well, which one annoyed you the most?
Well, America's allies with Mexico, and we should be back to closer allies than before. That's very different from like people from fucking Somalia and Germany, coming to America and being foreign interference versus something that used to actually be allies to us.
But which would you say her or AOC is more fucking irritating?
Her.
Yeah.
AOC is sorry.
No, you're good. Go.
AOC is basically just like the purchasing stakes in a stock for communism in the future. If communism and socialism get more popular when AOC's older, she will have the majority of Gen Z and millennial votes to just,
That's why I'm actually somewhat like a little worried about her coming potentially a president, because I feel like so many young idiots will vote for her just because like.
Oh yeah.
They
That's
see
why-
her as a victim, or some people view her as her being hot.
So Bernie didn't work. Andrew Yang didn't work. So this is kind of their third attempt to try to get some sort of progressive. opponent.
Except here's the thing: Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is already sold out.
I know she sold out her own district. Like she
She
can't
is
even.
not a populist anymore.
Nope.
So they'll vote for her because they don't know that. Just like the reason why Asmongold thinks fucking Bernie Sanders is still an honest person.
I know, he's an idiot.
It's because they don't pay attention. Look, bye, Steve. Earlier today, I was watching. I saw a Pete Hegseth clip come through, and he's talking about how he's reducing generals. And I'm like, oh, this could be interesting for the show tonight. And I'm like, I've got so much shit already, and it's like to keep up with all of this stuff that's going on politically is a full-time job in itself, and it's more work than a normal full-time job. But like,
especially if
it's impossible for people to keep up on Bernie Sanders owning 3 fucking mansions, right? Like you'd have to be constantly watching to catch that, and also remember that because it happened 8 years ago. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
He got a lot of money writing books and shit like that, right?
Yes,
Bernie?
that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, he takes the cake as the all-time sellout.
Yes,
because he could have been their guy.
He could have beat her.
Bended a knee.
He could have beat her, and you know what? He could have beat Trump. He could have beat Trump.
Yeah.
Who, Bernie?
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I know that decent amount of people when I was working at
the
Target
2016 election would not have been the bloodbath it was.
Oh, bro,
I
was fucking 15, 16 watching Chew on Head, bro. If I didn't see Hillary Clinton's like absolutely like abolish her own campaign, I would not have the opinion of the Democrats that it would eventually have.
Oh, right. Speaking of that bitch, I don't know if it's
she's
true.
Gonna.
There's a rumor that she might run
again. I saw that.
Yeah.
Savage even tagged me in something. He blamed me for it, and I said that would be fucking content gold for my channel. Hillary Clinton like, I'm okay with this. So we just got this kind of breaking news thanks to Gal here. The anime guy tweeted this out. Free Tina Peters now.
I saw this.
So breaking: President
Colorado,
Trump directs
right?
the DOJ to free Gold Star mother Tina Peters from Colorado prison. I remember this. This happened. She got arrested. She went to jail 6 months ago or something. It was a little while ago. Radical left Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser ignores illegals committing violent crimes. Notice how he capitalized violent crimes, like rape and murder in his state. What is with all these fucking random capitals? And instead jailed Tina Peters, a 69-year-old Gold Star mother who worked to expose and document Democrat election fraud. Tina is an innocent political prisoner being horribly and unjustly punished in the form of cruel and unusual punishment. This is a communist persecution by the radical left Democrats to cover up their election crimes and misdeeds in 2020. The same Democratic Party that flies to El Salvador to try and free MS-13 terrorists is cruelly imprisoning, perhaps for life, a grandmother whose brave and heroic son gave us his life for America. Colorado must end this unjust incarceration of an innocent American. I am hereby directing Department of Justice to take all necessary action to help secure and release this hostage being held in Colorado prison by the Democrats for political reasons. Free Tina Peters now. I don't think his DOJ can do shit about this.
That's why he's calling on them to do it. Which
because they don't have, because it's not she wasn't charged with federal crimes. They were state crimes.
Nice.
So how long has she been in jail for? Or it said 2020, right?
So for
I always ask you something.
That was when she like worked the election or something in 2020, And so she was like making complaints and like trying to like bring stuff to court cases and stuff. And they hit her with whatever law they said she broke by questioning the election. And so they threw her in jail. I want to say a little bit before the election actually took place last year.
That is the most horseshit thing. They questioned the election just as much.
Right.
You guys got an illegitimate president. They said that a lot in 2016.
Russiagate. We spent millions and millions of dollars investigating Russiagate. We gave Robert Mueller who knows how much fucking money to investigate Russiagate to end up saying nothing. He had fucking nothing. Colorado needs to take California's dick out of its ass.
Your water's mine, bitch.
Fuck you, Shock. And your fucking shitty ass petroleum refinery laws.
I love pissing in your water.
My state has fucking California's dick in its ass too.
But we gave you Mexican food, so we're even.
Go fuck yourself.
Doc, if we could switch governors, would you do that? I don't know who's worse.
I actually might. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm hoping my governor.
I think I would.
I'm hoping Hochul? Tom Holman.
I'll take Cuomo.
No, Hochul.
I'll take Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
He just wants the pierced nipples for God.
Yes, the gays will love him.
My governor, possibly, maybe, if Tom Holman has something, could be arrested because she vetoed a bill that would have forced the state to work within the federal rules of immigration. I don't know how we can not operate within the federal rules.
Wait, can you say that again? I'm sorry.
So our state legislation, the Senate and the House, very red.
Yes.
They passed a bill that would force the state to work within the guidelines of the federal immigration laws. Retarded, I know.
How is that not already a law?
But she vetoed. It is a law. They were trying to reinforce. It's this stupid shit that has been happening a lot. But I think maybe they did this to like force her into some sort of position. She vetoed this bill. And so now she could possibly be seen as helping illegals escape punishment. Stop.
Bro, this is the same shit with it all started with Ron DeSantis passed a bill that you can illegally run over rioters. And I'm just like, that's already self-defense. If you're in your car and someone threatens you, you are able to floor it.
Yeah.
I understand why they do
notice a lot of these doubled up laws and I fucking hate them.
Yes,
there's a lot of them. And it's like, no, we need to go back to the Constitution. We need to go back to just the way it is. We don't need to create all this extra shit that allows things to be even more like obscure.
But unfortunately, when you cry about, local elections, make sure you vote in your local elections, that's all your local electors can do is make more laws to force your actual senators, representatives actually do what you want them to. And it's redundant, but I understand why they do it.
Yeah. What's the Arizona governor? What's her name again?
Oh my God.
You should know this. Your governor.
It just slipped my mind.
Ruth Bader
I looked at you and I saw Hochul or whatever. And I'm like, that's not it. Like I could picture her, but I can't think of her
I think of Carrie Lake. I want
I know, which was
Carrie Lake. There's something off about Carrie Lake. I think she's full of shit.
Yeah. Hobbs, there you go.
You're just uncomfortable of the boner she gives you when you see her.
I'm just uncomfortable about what?
The boner she gives you.
No, she's like, no. Okay, look, I grew up watching Carrie Lake.
Yeah, you had your little bowl cereal. You were sitting down.
She's had the same fucking lesbian haircut her entire
while you were
career.
eating your Captain Crunch, and you felt weird.
No.
My
problem with her is supposedly she was in some sort of fucking corrupt scandal where she was letting shit get fucking found out and nothing came of it.
But you know what? She also didn't advance her political career at all. I think that shows more evidence that she tried to expose something.
But she was full of shit, and she just got some guy lost his job as the head of the RNC at Arizona. Like,
you lose connections when you expose the people that help you get into your positions.
From what I understand, like, she lost favor with Trump.
And you know what? He just fired a guy who leaked DMs.
So actually, it was suspected that guy was working with the state of Israel.
Holy shit!
Yes, that's a
Same
rumor.
thing.
That's a rumor.
America look too weak and indecisive. We must blow children now. Who called it? I fucking called it.
She was well. I mean, I don't know if this means a lot. She was well spoken. I'll say that.
Can I get a victory lap for that?
So she was Carrie Lake, very much. She knew how to say the right things.
Yeah.
Like Vivek Ramaswamy. Man, I wanted Vivek Ramaswamy to be legit so bad, and then he exposed himself over the last.
But you at least have a trail of where she came from, though. This guy came out of fucking nowhere.
See, Carrie Lake was a media personality, automatically untrustworthy.
Which one's worse, though? A dude that comes out of nowhere with a bunch of
the
Pfizer
dude that comes
money?
out of nowhere with a bunch of fucking pump and dump scams?
Yes. Versus someone who actually has a track record in media that you can trace. She's not hiding anything the way Vivek could be hiding something. I just think it's like, who else can possibly run for office then if it can't be either or?
Well, I see what you're saying.
I don't understand the Carrie Lake criticism. I don't.
Yeah.
I think she got blacklisted because she fucking squealed.
I thought
the schooling was real.
I just saw a spot for her, so I'll admit that.
She can go fuck herself.
Nice.
You're just a woman hater.
Yeah.
Sam says, I fucking told you all about Obama Swami.
Oof. Dude, when he said a vote for me is a vote for Trump or whatever, that's when I knew it was done.
Dude, no.
That was it.
He wasn't saying a vote for me was a vote for Trump. He was saying you need to vote for me because they're going to get Trump.
Something like that. He worded it way worse. Yeah. You're giving him too much credit. It was so bad.
You're right. He said I don't have it. But
a vote against Trump is a vote for Trump or something like that. If you like Trump, you have to vote against him. Yeah. It was just like brainwashing, like backwards. Like, I know this is hard to understand, lady, but if you like Trump, you can't vote him. You have to vote me.
And he was saying that to the voters, like in a weird one-on-one conversation. Like, it was gross.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Like Vivek did some like benefit of the doubt. He did some proper like politic dick sucking where he's like, I'm gonna run. No, I'm not gonna win, but gain so much favor to the obvious winner, it helps me to next time.
I think he's gonna fuck up Ohio. I don't think he's gonna win in Ohio, and the Democrats are gonna take it.
No.
You don't trust those polls coming out that he's ahead?
Damn.
I don't know anything about any polls, but I think he's gonna blow it. I think he's gonna blow it in Ohio, and the Democrats is gonna win.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now he might have I don't know if he's in a primary for that. But yeah, I think he's gonna blow it. Yeah, because no one's gonna trust his swarmy ass.
Swarmy ass.
So before we get off the race stuff, let's do some classic CNN race baiting. But this one fucking backfires.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump again, yes or no?
Yes, I would. Mm-hmm. Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump, yes or no?
Yes.
I think I might know the answer on this next one.
He said yes. It's immediately yes. No, I'm sorry.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump, yes or no?
1,000% absolutely yes.
Wait. Keep it play. Wait to see Anderson Cooper's face at the end.
Oh no!
I've only got 2 seconds left. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can.
He's so lost. This needs to be a meme. You're just fucking confused. You're like, what?
There was a little better resolution, yes.
I want to see like a subtitle that says Miles Morales is Spider-Man or Miles Morales is Miles Morales. That's what's got to be. Miles Morales ? Is Miles? He's just fucking dumbfounded by the statement.
like going ahead and like when they were doing that interview, like, do you think they knew ahead that they would say that? Like, what would CNN air that? Like,
I mean, okay, so I doubt it wasn't live. They recorded that, right?
Yeah. So and they put it out there, so it's weird.
It is really weird.
Well, I think it's still an angle that they can do where they show their brainwashed viewers.
Hey.
Trump support is getting out of control. They even got the blacks. Like, that's how they angle it.
The blacks are Nazis.
The blacks are slaves.
They ain't black, Shock, right?
Their poor little minds got sweet talked by the orange man.
They're voting. They didn't vote for Joe Biden.
Who wants to meet big balls? No.
Is that your dog's toy? Or
I'm talking about the Doge where they have the whole team. Jesse Waters sat in on their 10 p.m. weekly meeting. They have a weekly meeting at 10 p.m. supposedly. The Doge team. So I got a bunch of clips from that. Thanks, Sean. Retard gets settled.
Bro, your fucking kick stream says you're playing South of Midnight, you fucking faggot. This poor guy thought you were playing South of Midnight.
He's on Rumble. What are you talking about?
Oh, damn it. I thought that was
live
the logo.
We're live on Rumble?
Kick.
So we've got the this is just the beginning of it. I'll let this speak for itself. This is literally like the first. Jesse Waters is just sitting in on like their usual meeting that they have, and so Elon's like, "All right, so we'll just start this one with what'd you do last week?"
All right.
Sure.
Have a good laugh.
So actually, a lot of great work at the Treasury this week. One of the crazy things with regards to the Treasury is that when a payment is made, and the computers at the Treasury actually pay about $5 trillion per year, like crazy amounts, there was formerly not a budget code on there. So if a payment was made, you didn't know actually what it was for. It could have been for anything. Yeah. There was a
Did you catch that?
Wait.
They have no evidence of what the payment was actually made for.
Great. That's most
the Treasury. That he said spends around $5 trillion a year.
They said that about a lot of things. They were like, we found a lot of money and we couldn't find where it went.
People should be livid. This should be front page news every single fucking day.
Actually, that's what my coworkers talk about this stuff all the time. My electrician coworkers, dude, they love talking about Doge. Even the Trump haters.
Where are they getting their news from?
Just Twitter.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, so
Twitter.
they are on the twats.
Twitter, yeah. Instagram too. Instagram shocks me too.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's the fact that anything gets through Instagram.
Yeah.
Like
so
stuff like this should be like big news, not like this.
This should be massive front
not
page.
the stuff we covered.
Yeah.
Not the stuff we covered earlier.
This should be fucking out for blood. Fucking, what are you doing with our money? Why are you ruining?
I'm gonna call out YouTubers too, bro. Like the way every fucking video is just fucking like Disney Star Wars, it should just say Doge. Every live stream should just says Doge does X. Like, what's Doge up to now? That's all anyone cares about is Doge. Even the normal people in the world are like, dude, see all that shit?
It's
Doge
not a
is
terrible
straight
idea.
up.
If I wasn't so damn lazy, maybe I'd make a weekly Doge video.
You should. Well, I mean, like, I'm talking even like Crowder and Tim Pool. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
hardly
totally.
talk about Doge.
Yeah.
$4 billion COVID fund in the Department of Education. and there was no receipts required, so people could just draw down on it. And when people looked into it, this wasn't us, this was before us, they found that money was being used to rent out Caesar's Palace for parties, rent out stadiums, etc.
Rent out Caesar's Palace for parties, rent out stadiums? What?
Fake news. They're not parties, they're for consulting. They're consulting.
Oh, at Caesar's Palace.
Remember every time we see like Ron Paul or Rand Paul when he does the budget, when you read like $800,000 in consulting other foreign nations about diversity, equity, inclusion, and shit like that, parties. That's what it is. When they say consult or emails or any kind of information being conversed to other entities or people, aka parties. That's what it is.
And so the one change that Doge made with Department of Education is we had the simple requirement that if you draw down money, you must first upload a receipt. That was the only change that was made. You must upload your receipt. And upon doing so, nobody drew down any money anymore.
Yes, but
as soon as you had to show evidence, they quit spending the money.
Wonder why?
Because you're on their trail and they don't want to be followed.
I would like to know your guys' opinion on what Elon is about to say.
We didn't say that we'd check the receipt. You could send a fake receipt. You could send a picture of your dog. Anything. And but as soon as we asked for anything at all, suddenly the requests were like, oh, we don't need it anymore. Huh, that's interesting.
They were renting Caesar's Palace.
So he said you don't even have to upload an actual receipt. It could be a fake receipt.
I don't know if
your dog.
Anyone can relate to this, but when my company my company is kind of a mom and pop shop, it's just owned by a big corporation.
Yeah,
so
I know what that's like,
So when we got audited, like I was like deathly terrified because I thought audit was like such a bad word. Right. And so they're like, we just want to see the flow of material that's coming in and out of your branch. And I was just like, all I have is this really, really shitty Excel sheet. It doesn't really go into dates or details or anything. And like, okay, thanks. That's all we needed. Just something.
Okay.
Like, oh, it's not such a scary word that I thought. So it's like audit is just like an inquiry. We just want to get an inquiry about, where's the flow of money going? And it doesn't have to be legit. It could be something as a reference point for people to just see. And so then when you see just total non-compliance when it comes to handling government fucking money is mind-blowing. And now I understand exactly what he means when he says, you could show me a picture of your dog. Just tell me I need some proof that says X and Y got out of hand. This is all I can account for. Sorry. And he can say, cool, got it. Shit happens, blah, yada, yada. But the total non-compliance, we just suck the government's teeth and take the money and we never thought the government would come attack us and ask for that money again. The way that bars that get money from Dave Portnoy.
Right.
So I thought that comment was funny. It made me think of that.
So would you guys like to meet Big Balls?
Sure. I've heard of this.
It's not a Rumble.
I've heard of this name a lot. Like I never seen what he looks like.
So this was the kid that the media was trying to go after a few months ago.
Big Balls.
Now I want to.
Big Balls has your identity. He's got your social security number.
Do either of you have either of you ever used LinkedIn?
No.
Yes and no.
Okay, then Shock, you might really appreciate this.
I understand what it is. I've used it because I've had to, but I do not have one because I don't want one.
LinkedIn sucks.
It's gay Facebook. Imagine Facebook was somehow gayer.
It is more commie. Like you have to be more of a professional on LinkedIn than you do in the office.
Yes, you do.
It's so fucking it's terrible.
It's bad.
Big balls.
Big
balls.
That's me.
That should be obvious.
Why do they call you Big Balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
I love it.
I fucking love it.
These are men. These are real fucking men.
Imagine you just said no, because I have big balls.
These are the founding fathers right here. Doge is the most American inspirational group of people since the founding fathers. Jesus, man.
Okay.
Well, people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously, and they're
They
pretty
do.
adverse to risk. And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things. So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
Yeah.
So what do you
LinkedIn
do?
is so cringe.
What does Big Balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste. And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers. And as mentioned earlier, like there is no accounting of what payments actually go to in the payment computer. So like you look at a specific line item, like $20 million. You're like, okay, well, what is this money going to? And for the majority of payment systems, it's like, well, we don't really know.
You can imagine how tired
We
tired
don't
the
know.
guy holding the mic is.
I know.
And he did this for a while, yeah. They've got another guy over there. I was gonna say they probably like switched out. But yeah, I got this $20 million line item, and we're supposed to find out where it went, and no one fucking knows. Just
can't fucking find it.
Fuck the government.
Yup.
It's only $20 million, right?
Right. I mean, it's only $20 million. So here's a little clip from that interview about alpaca farms that our tax money went to, supposedly.
I think the Inter-American Foundation, IAF, is one of the agencies we visited where, they get $50 million a year, congressional money, to give grants. These are things like, alpaca farming in Peru, improving
That's a real example.
Yes, that's the real description. Improving the marketability of peas in Guatemala.
Improving the marketability of peas in Guatemala.
What does that mean?
Our tax money went to help advertise peas, went to help make advertising for peas easier.
Jesus.
In Guatemala or Colombia or whatever you just said. What? Why? What the fuck?
This is the kind of thing that like Nesquik or Nestle or whatever would fund so that they wouldn't have to pay taxes. You know what I mean? Just dumb shit that corporations can spend to avoid taxes. Like,
except they shouldn't be able to avoid taxes by doing things like this for foreign countries.
Yeah, it's still better because like the government taking taxes and trying to improve like markets and shit, they just suck at it. Versus like way back in the day, like we're watching Melee K stream. She didn't know that the Michelin stars. What's up, dude? She didn't know that the Michelin stars came from the Michelin tire company.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, so the tire company said we're going to create a travel guide to encourage people buying more tires.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, if you just let these giant corporations find ways to just like do these stupid little projects, they'll actually want them to come out more successful and profitable because they're using their own money. Versus the government, they don't have skin in the game. They can just fuck around. And you know what they're fucking around with? Neopolitics. So it's stupid. The government trying to help the economy never fucking works. And they're not trying to help the economy. This is how they gain geopolitical control of other countries. It's all fucking game to them.
Mm-hmm. And this guy said $50 million is going to this.
Yeah. Why?
To pay some dude to go party in Somalia.
And people, like I said, like we're not worried about crap like this. We're worried about stupid other crap.
Money laundering.
Yeah. Like we can be using this fucking money for.
The biggest misconception is that Doge is doing all the actions that Trump executive orders are doing.
Every single person who wants their student loans forgiven or wants free education or wants free healthcare be paying every bit of attention they can to this.
Yeah.
Everyone in California, dude, that I know that like doesn't like Trump, they see all the Ukraine stuff and the Doge stuff and they go, dude, we could have totally had universal health care based on how much money the government is retardedly spending.
Now, just
and they're
because
not
we
wrong.
possibly afford it doesn't mean we should have it, because why would you trust the government with your health?
I
Nope.
agree,
Yeah,
but I'm just
never
saying this is
trust.
what the people are thinking.
Yeah, if that's what you want, you should be paying attention to this, and this should be fucking pissing you off more than anything else has ever pissed you off, because it's just all the waste that is washing away your dreams.
Well, that's where like
the people are retarded.
Yes,
I don't think.
No, I was just
retarded.
quoting that. Who says that again?
It's some shaman dude. Yeah,
People are retarded. They're not paying attention, and they notice. Versus, we have actual progressives like Hassan, whose goal is to just destroy the system. That's where gay ass anarchy punk music comes from.
He's not an anarchist.
No, but he wants the system to be destroyed, and he'll support it being destroyed in any way.
He wants America destroyed. Yes,
that's gay punk anarchy involved into whatever you want to call it. But you have those people that just support system being destroyed just for the sake of it being destroyed. Versus you have normal people who think they have political or progressive viewpoints, and they go, oh wow, they're spending all this money when they could spend it on something that most people would advocate for. Even though I would disagree with that advocation, even they can observe it, even though they're not paying attention.
And all these people that got in, they're all like young and shit, right?
Well, not all of them, but yeah, there are some young ones. Yeah,
well, late 20s and 40s.
This guy's early 20s. Same with Big Ball.
Big balls.
Really?
Fruit jam. And yes.
What?
Yeah. So you might expect, in the private sector, a nonprofit to give, 80 to 90% of their money to grantees. In the case of IAF, that was 58%. So the other half goes towards management, travel.
What we're defined exactly. I mean, to Ethan's example is that even if you agreed with supporting alpaca farmers in Peru, well, actually, most of the money never made it out of DC. Mm-hmm. It's going into the pockets of people in the neighborhood.
What percentage?
And it didn't get to Peru.
Right. So what percentage do you think doesn't even get to the destination it's supposed to?
I believe the GAO estimate, so this is not our estimate, I believe it was on the order of only 10 to 15 cents on the dollar actually gets to the end recipient, whether you agree with that cause or not.
So they're just stealing the money before it even gets anywhere.
There's layers of stealing. So there's the first layer of stealing, second layer of stealing, third layer of stealing.
Subcontractor.
It's like
I got a little story to tell.
It's what's that movie? Fucking Office Space skimming fucking shit.
Bro, my dad. Go for it, dude.
No, I was saying before you get into your story, and this is the reason why they're fucking pissed at Elon, not because he's a Nazi or all this shit, because he's going after their money.
Oh
yeah.
I just want to make that point before you got into
their cushy money that they steal from the people. The you know what? Like Trump wasn't even like stealing, like in the sense that they're doing it, but they were like, I evaded taxes because any smart person fucking would. Like that used to be the argument. Now we're getting into the deep state who is just legit just taking it and writing it off as some really stupid expense like advertising peas. But that reminds me of a story my dad used to always tell me. Before he divorced my mom, she would write checks and put the check date to the day my dad got paid. So when my dad would get paid, he would look at his bank account and he would just get like $20. And that's how the actual value of money is dying, right? Like if you go to a bank, you can't pull out cash. Why? Because they don't have it. They literally don't have the cash to give you. Just like when I have issues with like paying certain like subscriptions or like payments that I don't want, and I'm like, hey, why did you take the money out of my account if I didn't approve it? How did you give them the money if you don't? You know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, we just send the digital receipt over and assume that we have that actual amount, and we just don't worry about it. That's what the fucking government does. They take before they even get, and that's how the inflation happens, is because the debt is not being repaid. It just inflates. They print money That cycle is what printing money means.
Yep.
So I got one more Doge clip where they talk about what's the Institute of Peace was spending money on.
Yeah, and so it was by far the least peaceful agency that we've worked with, ironically.
Of course.
Additionally, we found that they were spending money on things like private jets, and they even had a $130,000 contract with a former member of the Taliban.
Whoa.
What?
The Institute of Peace had a $130,000 contract with the former Taliban member.
Makes sense.
Maybe he
an enemy.
Maybe he switched team to over with the Houthis or something, right?
Selling guns. We're back to the Fast and the Furious days.
Except that was here.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's all like Iraq was too.
Yeah.
Private companies selling arms.
This is real. We don't encounter that in most agencies.
Yeah.
What was the money going to the Taliban for?
So as a contractor, they received $130,000 for generic services. And to Elon's point, there was not actually a clear description of what the contractor services were for. But
was it for opium?
Unclear.
Or weapons?
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
or abroad.
Or nothing.
And you naturally have to ask the question, well, how did we get here? Like when the country was founded, there were only 4 agencies. Today there are over 400. So there's been a 100x increase in the number of agencies since the founding of the nation. And thanks to President Trump, he's now signed 2 executive orders to start to reduce the number of agencies in the government, and the Institute of Peace was one of them, which is why our team went in to try and understand what was going on. And that's when we found all of the craziness, like the weapons in their armory. We found the payments to the Taliban.
Okay. So to try to hide the evidence.
Right. So just a few hours after we got into their headquarters, we found that their chief accountant had actually deleted over 1 terabyte of accounting records.
Jail.
Bro, straight to jail. Holy shit.
And this is all under like when Joe Biden's president?
No, this was just now. They went into the office and the guy who was in charge just deleted 1 terabyte worth of files. 1 terabyte worth of documents. That's not 1 terabyte worth of movies.
Video games.
That is 1 terabyte worth of fucking little measly documents.
Here, I'm gonna read how many video games I have on my terabyte solid drive right now. I can tell you how many documents. No, it's like 12
on 1 terabyte. That's not bad. You got a lot of small games on there.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. How come we're not going full scale Mar-a-Lago on this guy over documents that Trump legally is allowed to possess, not destroy?
Yep. Jail. Yeah. Why is this guy like
straight to jail?
What are we waiting for?
And that's like, to me, that's like the most frustrating part. Like you're showing us all this. We're gonna gather all this information, and like nothing's gonna happen, right? I hate to be a Debbie Downer.
A lot is happening though, dude. Like that's what the whole Medi-Cal grift comes from, because they're gonna cut a lot of people that aren't handicapped that are taking money from Medi-Cal. And yet, what are the Democrats saying? Doge is cutting Medi-Cal. That's not happening.
Yeah.
And Tracy is 100% right. Creating a bunch of government jobs. Communist countries do that.
Lies. Ban her. Ban.
Yeah. The more I think about it, I don't know if I've ever lived in a capitalist country. Like,
no, we haven't.
I don't think we're commies, but we're definitely a weird social.
Shays Rebellion, dude,
socialist,
is like a glimpse,
capitalist hybrid thing.
Shays Rebellion was a glimpse to America actually didn't win and actually truly, seek their independence, because you had a bunch of farmers that had assets, and they said, well, we don't have any gold to give you, but we have services and assets. And they said, no, we want money. So then what do? They immediately bring up a treasury.
Mm-hmm.
And they start enslaving people. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It kind of just became a little soft socialist state.
Yep.
We're a socialist.
There is no such thing as a free market.
No.
In this country.
No.
Too big to fail was a massive point.
Republicans did that too.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm not a Republican either.
Yeah.
For several years. So you'd have to ask the question, well, why would somebody do that? And the Doge team, fortunately, was able to recover that data with the help of a few great employees at the Institute of Peace. And I think the most troubling thing was they received $55 million a year from Congress, and any money that went unspent, instead of returning that to Congress, they would sweep it into a private bank account, which had no congressional oversight. And that's what they would use to fund things like events at their headquarters and the private jets. And so I think it's a great example because most Americans don't know what's going on at a lot of these smaller agencies. And this is, I think, the most extreme case of some of the wasteful spend that we're finding.
So the agencies are hiding money from you. They're sending it to the Taliban. They have loaded weapons in the department buildings.
At the Institute of Peace.
At the Institute.
Yeah, why do they have weapons at the Institute of Peace?
Peacekeepers.
Good question.
Loaded weapons. The fuck?
I'm okay with it as long as I can have mine, but I can't.
This is just supposed to be a fucking NGO. This is a charity type thing. What the fuck?
Hell yeah, Tracy.
Yep. The MAGA, Make America Great Again. That's all. There is nothing else.
Well, they're either psychotic or they'll come around. Because I've known a lot of people that have come around. Like, man, because I just say, you know what? American politics is the lesser between two evils. I'm okay with you admitting that, even though I'm a fucking MAGA cultist. It's like, as long as you can admit that, you're a sane person.
Of picking like the lesser of two evils in the presidency and stuff.
Yeah,
like that?
you're an idiot if you don't think Trump is great for the country, no matter what your opinions are.
Oh, I'm totally with that. I always get on people just stand by and just sit in the sidelines. I'm not gonna they don't think the other side could be 10 times worse. I get the candidate Trump could have his problems, but do you really want the other side, which can do 100 times worse?
It's gonna sound. This is my Trumpy is gonna show, but the two-party system is a snake eating each other. It's a uniparty. Trump is truly like a messiah, where it's just him. Both systems are fucked. They're a uniparty. Once he's gone, what's gonna happen?
I don't. Yeah.
Hopefully, JD Vance isn't a fucking puppet. That's. Right now,
we crowned Ron DeSantis early. We crowned Vic Ramaswamy too early. No one's gonna crown JD Vance until he's actually running.
You're the top two favorite guy. Well, as the vice said, JD Vance and Marco Rubio. I'm like, Marco Rubio.
I don't know about Rubio. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Rubio has been sounding better since this term started, as far as an actual MAGA person.
Yeah.
But also, those are just words.
Well, now it's proper color to sport if you want to gain popularity.
We got bombing fucking, what was it? It wasn't Syria. We were bombing Yemen. I don't know who got us into that.
Oh, if your husband has a 401k, make sure you put that shit on aggressive mode, all right? Don't let them fucking fuck your future.
But and Tracy's absolutely right again. The main media should be talking about this stuff. This should be front page news every single fucking day.
And only Fox News covered this, right? Like CNN, MSNBC.
Yeah. Yep. We don't even like Fox, and they're the one, or MSNBC, and they're covering it.
So let's see if there's anything left here.
Institute of Peace.
Yeah,
that's right.
So this is a cover-up when you guys roll in.
This one, yes, a cover-up. Yeah.
It's a cover-up.
They did delete a vast amount of financial information. That's really a definition of a cover-up.
Isn't that illegal to delete evidence?
Yes.
Shred documents?
It is. It's certainly illegal to delete accounting records that Congress would certainly want to know where the congressionally appropriated funds are going from taxpayers.
People who gave you money?
Go ahead.
The people who gave you money? Yeah, you cannot shred their receipt.
So they deleted the files. This is a room full of computer nerds. Unless the hard drive, unless there was only one hard drive that these files ever sat on, and that hard drive was destroyed by a hammer and a magnet.
I don't know.
Those files can be recovered.
No. It's on a fucking SharePoint.
Yeah.
Microsoft has it.
It's on a network drive.
Microsoft has it.
It could be in the cloud, and that means Microsoft can get it for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like these, look, I think the government actually should be using old-fashioned ways to keep their data because you don't want other corporations handling taxpayers' money. Like I told another story like years ago where I interviewed with the county of a city that I live in to, kind of work for their police department. And as I was doing like the interview, I sat in on a little lunch and learn that they had from who's the company of Razor again? Oh shit, what's that?
The company of Razor?
Yeah, the Razor phones.
Oh, Motorola.
Yeah. It was Motorola saying how we can supervise all of your security systems, walkie-talkies, radios, emails, and we can find it's like we're not going to play defensive cyber attacks. We're going to be on the offensive of cyber attacks by gaining every federal and county employee's personal information to make sure no one has access they shouldn't have access to. And I'm like, you're going to let this fucking corporation just have access to state information. I don't like that at all either. That's what fascist is. It's just this one giant group of circle jerks between government and corporation. It's like the government should be able to hold their own files and not have some third party corporation have access to it. And then we're just like, oh yeah, the government deleted a bunch of files for records for taxpayers' money. And we're like, oh yeah, it's on SharePoint. Let's just fucking go to SharePoint. That shouldn't be a thing either.
You can set up a SharePoint to be on your own server. You don't have to use a cloud server. That's how it used to be.
Is it still not backed up to their cloud servers though? Because my company have their own servers as well.
So
but
it's been a long time since I've had to do networking stuff with Windows. But I'm pretty sure you can put it on an Azure cloud thing or AWS even.
Yeah.
But that's all just you could have your own bare metal server for a SharePoint server as well.
I just think it's retarded. A corporation is handling government.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think
not to defend the government, but
I think it's retarded for corporations and governments to be able to just to be willing to just give their information away to other companies.
Yeah.
It happens all the time though. And yeah, so Tracy says, I think Mike Walls is who got us in the Yemen. I think that's a very good possibility as well. And I know James O'Keefe is doing something, but it's not going to hear about it for like another 3 or 4 days.
It's Pfizer related.
And then takes one to know one, Cloud.
Hey, Clermy.
The guy who's with Dermy is saying this.
Little Clermy.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah,
Cloud. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there. Yeah, Cloud. What do you got to say for yourself?
You're looking good. Wood.
So,
having trouble walking lately?
Yeah. Cloud's trying to walk here. He can't.
So we had a wild Kamala sighting. It's not really wild. She had a thing that she was given an award or some shit. But Kamala Harris was out there talking this last week here. Let's listen to what she has to say.
In fact, please allow me, friends, to digress for a moment.
Oh my God.
No.
Jesus.
Is this the clip? I think it is on. Oh no.
I don't know what clip you think it is, but this is so bad.
Yes.
Cloud, we love you. Okay.
We love you, Cloud.
We love you, Cloud.
I love you.
I understand why you might hate us, but
in a homoerotic way.
No homo.
Okay.
Well, it's a mixed bag around here.
Yeah. I hate you.
Okay. It's kind of dark in here, but I'm asking a show of hands. Who saw that video from a couple of weeks ago? The one of the elephants at the San Diego Zoo during the earthquake?
Valium. This bitch is on Valium.
Jesus, bro.
It's kind of dark in here, and she's like surrounded by a bunch of light.
Well, okay, so I don't know if you've spent time on stage, but when the lights are all pointing at you, you can't.
Yeah,
see
that's true.
shit.
Yes.
You can't see nothing now.
How drunk is she?
I think so. I think
drunk and pills.
A few drinks, but I think she's on fucking Valium, man. She is like on another level, because it's not Coke, and it's definitely it's not your typical downer, but I think it's Valium that's just giving her this weird, over happy. Maybe she's on MDMA. No,
I don't know.
Google it if you've not seen it.
No, I'm good.
So that scene has been on my mind. Everybody's asking me what you've been thinking about these days. Well,
I've been thinking about elephants.
And this person could have been president.
Honestly,
that was almost our fucking president.
Mark Zuckerberg seems more human than her.
Is she the favorite for 2028 for the Democrats?
No,
no way. That would I would be so happy if that was the case.
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be Gavin Newsom.
I'm sorry, Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy, this does suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're the smart one in the family.
Wow. Sorry, your brother's an idiot. Is he a feminist too? Imagine being a feminist and your own sister's like, please stop. I don't need your white knighting.
Why are you so gay?
Why are you so gay?
So who's the favorite for the Democrats in 20 as of right now?
It's gonna be Newsom.
It's AOC and Newsom.
It's gonna be Gavin Newsom.
AOC and Newsom. Yeah.
They're not going to run together, but they're going to be at the top of the list. We're probably going to get another 20 where they've got like 12 nominees. Another 2020 where they had just a shit ton of nominees.
Yeah, see.
And they'll slowly dwindle through them, and then they will do what they've done the last 3 elections, where they just pick who they fucking want, and they don't give a shit what the people have to say.
The numbers and polls, yes.
Yeah.
What about
That's
even if I throw Hillary in there, you would say the same?
No,
I
Hillary
think that's
washed.
where
Hillary's
US
fucking washed. No one wants Hillary. Everyone knows about the Hillary fucking hit list. Everyone knows about the Clinton hit list. Everyone is all aware of all of that stuff. Hillary is washed, and she's an ugly woman, so she'll never win.
Yeah, she's too ugly. It's true.
Yeah. You made a point.
Well, that's where USAID comes from, bro, because like people supported Bernie Sanders because they genuinely wanted to.
How about
that movement was genuine?
Yeah, that was a populist movement.
But people were paying influencers to support Hillary and Biden
and Kamala.
Oh,
I got another person you guys haven't mentioned. He's not gonna say he's gonna be the favorite. Stephen A. Smith.
Oh,
you hear about that?
I think he could actually.
He's floating out that he wants to run for president. Even Trump saying, "Oh, I think you would be a good president." Like,
that's actually not a bad move.
I don't know if Trump said he'd be a good president. I think Trump said he'd be a good candidate.
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, maybe I misspoke. I'm paraphrasing what he said.
God, he's such an idiot, though. And
Like,
the reason why
way.
Stephen A. Smith is an idiot is because he does a lot of race baiting bullshit.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he does.
One time he could say something like that. It's not too bad, Stephen A. And then he'll say something stupid like next week.
Oh yeah, he's like Deporto. Except more fake, obviously. The thing is like you need some sort of like DNC, like what do I call them? I call them houses.
Sex, like
no, like regime. You need some sort of DMC regime to like claim him. You know, you have like the Obama regime, and the Bidens are a part of the Obamas. Like you got the Clintons. You need some sort of group of influence to fund a candidate like that, because most, polls aren't natural.
Cloud, if you were under the age of 26, this is acceptable.
Oh yeah,
otherwise,
please don't tell me you're 30.
Otherwise, Kel's right, and you're a commie.
I was watching Shoe on Head with a massive boner. Okay, I'm okay.
You weren't old enough to vote, apparently.
I was not old enough to vote. Yeah.
The first one I voted.
First time I voted. You guys want to know who I voted for the first time I voted?
McCain.
No. No, I couldn't. So actually, I couldn't vote in that election because I had just moved to California like 2 weeks before.
Oh.
No, I voted for Gary Johnson in 2016.
Oh, you told me that. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're wasting.
You wasted your vote.
I wasn't paying attention, but I was voting against. I was just voting against the dumb bitch that got that this stupid woman somehow came into my life, not like romantic or anything, but she was a friend of somebody, and she was a big old Bernie Sanders fan, and they were saying socialism, and I was like, this is bad. I need to get involved.
Oh, it's shit's hit the fan.
The first person I voted for was in 2012. Like that was first eligible. Mitt Romney. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, yes.
You just wanted to see his binders of women, didn't you?
Hell yeah.
Maybe. You want Obama in?
I know that was a lose-lose situation.
Yeah,
that wasn't it.
Oh, he barely made the cut.
He barely
Nice.
makes the cut. Just barely, you lucky little bastard. Hey, you know what? There was a lot of people who didn't vote in 2016.
I voted. I voted Trump 3 times.
You know what? There wasn't mail-in ballots either.
I mean, I could have voted for Trump. Who knows? I mean, they could have switched my vote. They could have switched my vote.
Doubt it.
So, 2 more topics. We've got an interview Tulsi did with Megyn Kelly. I think it was Megyn Kelly. This last week.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly.
We're gonna watch this whole thing. It's just a 7-minute clip. We'll EFAP it. If we still have time, we'll go over the RFK stuff. Well, there's one thing of the RFK stuff that I really want to go to because it's fucking spicy.
Oh, I missed that.
You guys like Megyn Kelly?
No,
she's okay.
No, I don't.
Like, I don't have a news person that I just I have to catch everything, right? But all of them have a chance of having something decent on.
I hate Megyn Kelly.
That was a loud snore.
Yeah, I know. That was my dog. She kind of woke up. That was a wake-up snore.
Well, that was some confidence there, Kel. He says, I knew Trump was going to win, so I gave the Libertarian Party my vote.
Nice.
On the subject of documents that we'd like to see but haven't, COVID and its origins. I'm sure you saw that just before we sat down tonight, the Chinese State Council Information Office, I don't even want to know what that is, but it sounds bad. They have determined that COVID came from us.
I love that. Hold on. That was basically China bad. Okay. All right, China bad. We're going to move on.
Yeah, I believe China. Oh, yeah.
America caused COVID.
She is a snooty rhino, but she's not full rhino. There's a lot of gay neocon shit I don't like about her, but
why do they all have to have plastic surgery and stuff? She looks like she cut off her fucking nose.
I don't understand how the pro family party always has fucking work done to their face. They look like plastic ass bimbos. That's so dumb.
She's also the same one that in the 2016 when she said to Trump, "You call women pigs, something something," and Trump goes, "Only Rosie O'Donnell."
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
That was
so
her.
good.
Classy witness, great. Her panties dropped when she heard that.
Only Rosie.
Only Rosie. I was like, hold on. Let me add a caveat.
That was great.
That it's more likely than not that COVID originated in the United States and not in China. I'm wondering whether you...
That's some revisionist history. Remember how they fucking had all those videos of them fucking welding up apartment complexes?
Yes.
Yeah. People who were sick.
I remember those videos.
China, fucking gaslight us a little more. Why don't you?
Right.
I remember first seeing those videos. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It was crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was normal by us, in the United States still.
Yeah, because they were dealing with it back in 2019, in November and December.
Do you have any dispute with that based on what you've seen over here? The intelligence community has been responsible for trying to figure out, in part, how this thing started. So I created a kind of a special teams group, the Directors Initiative group, that is focused on investigating a number of the president's top priorities and the things that the American people really deserve and want to know the truth about. The origins of COVID-19 is one of them. So they're actively working on that. A lot of the work that's been done is on covid.gov. Have you had a chance to look? Oh, he changed.
So her team, I don't know if you guys are here or not. 2 weeks ago, I went through the entire covid.gov update.
No, I missed
where they all said it was from the lab, from the Wuhan lab. Like they're all like, this is what's happened.
I think I took off that segment. That was the last. I missed the last segment.
You know what? That might have been Fractured and maybe.
But Trump changed it. It's quite a transformation of the website. For anybody watching, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's the annoying website to which YouTube and all social media used to refer people with Fauci talking points, and now it's been completely reversed.
I should make a video about COVID and see if they do that. Because I used to get hit with that shit all the time.
Yeah. You guys, everyone still gets it every now and then. They get World Economic Forum, Wikipedia's slapped on a lot. But yeah, those COVID ones are annoying.
So it's a lot of what's been found is already there. But the thing that we are working with Jay Bhattacharya, the new NIH director, on with, as well as Secretary Kennedy, is looking at the gain of function research that in the case of the Wuhan lab, as well as many of these other biolabs around the world, was actually U.S. funded. And
more of our gas money. My gas money, tax money.
That's where my gas money goes.
Yeah, gas money, tax money. What's the fucking difference?
This was like, so this interview was like last week, right? And just today, Trump just signed an executive order for to stop gain of function.
Yep, that's coming up, man. You're bearing the lead.
Huge, yeah, huge.
Jumping ahead.
And yeah, I remember hearing something about like war games in Wuhan. I don't know why America's doing fucking war games in China. Like that doesn't make any sense. Maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Doesn't.
But I remember hearing about that.
Leads to this dangerous kind of research that in many examples has resulted in either a pandemic or some other major health crisis. Well, let me ask you specifically, because we already know that EcoHealth Alliance was partnering with this Wuhan lab to do gain of function research. That's right. We just have never been able to have somebody say, it was that exact experiment that led to this COVID bug. But have we gotten there? What's the new thing that you're digging in on? We are working on that with Jay Bhattacharya and look forward to being able to share that. Hopefully very soon.
Because he is Fauci's replacement at the NIH.
Just don't pull a Sam Bonnie in this.
What's that?
I said just don't pull a Sam Bonnie in this and not sure.
Yeah.
That specific link, correct, between the gain of function research and what we saw with COVID-19. I mean, that would be extraordinary because just so the audience knows, if that's true, if it was Peter Daszak's research with the Wuhan so-called bat lady that caused this pandemic, then we did fund it. Then Anthony Fauci helped fund the pandemic. The thing that he denied over and over and over.
Under oath.
He was in charge of the whole thing.
Yep.
This was all his fault, and he was the one who was in charge of all of it.
You know, he funded it. Right?
Scandalous, fucking scandalous.
Oh, I want his bitch ass back up there so Rand Paul, Rand Paul can whip him a new one. I know he's dying to do that, Rand Paul.
Over to Senator Rand Paul's questioning.
That's
right, under oath. Under oath, exactly. So is it any wonder that he sought a preemptive pardon for anything during a certain period of time by President Biden before he left office? And then strong-armed and smeared people like Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, anybody who came out and said, I don't know if that's natural. This actually smacks of lab. And the reason why this is so important is not just what happened in the past, it's because this gain of function research is happening in biolabs around the world.
And here we go into a bit of her history.
I got attacked, and I think you saw this. We've probably talked about it on your show before, when I warned against U.S.-funded biolabs in Ukraine
when the Russia-Ukraine war kicked off for this very reason. Who knows what kinds of pathogens are in these labs, and if released could create another COVID-like pandemic. And for that, I was called a Russian asset. You're, trumpeting Putin's talking points, all of this nonsense, simply for speaking the truth and stating facts that, by the way, are still on U.S. Embassy Ukraine's website today about how the U.S. has funded these biolabs in Ukraine. But my point is, in order to prevent another COVID-like pandemic or another major health incident that could affect us in the world, we have to end this gain-of-function research and provide the evidence that shows exactly why and how it's in our best interest, the American people's best interest, to bring about an end to it.
Can I just ask you one other question on that? Why did the intelligence...
Did you say something, Dom?
No, and I'm saying, and they did, as Trump.
Oh, yeah.
The executive order, yeah. And anyway, going back to Fauci about the pre-pardon. I mean, if he believes he's so innocent, why does he need a pre-pardon?
I know.
Mm-hmm. Why is he asking for that?
Because they're going to come after me and my family. They're going to come after me.
Well, I mean, if your family did nothing wrong, why would they go after your family if it was just you?
People.
He was given a 10-year pardon, man. That doesn't look shady at all.
No, I do think terrible people would attack his family for evil shit he's done.
Yeah, like weirdos.
Yeah. I mean, there's no cases on both sides of the aisle. The thing Tracy brought up in the chat. Do you remember that? Like in the video, the old video where he kind of predicted there's going to be a pandemic before it even happened.
Wait, who? Oh, Fauci. Well, yeah, they had the whole fucking when they were all in the meeting together. Was it the WEF or was it?
I haven't seen that video in a while.
The other one where they ran Bill Gates did a fucking simulation of a 2020 pandemic thing, and I don't remember if it was.
I remember Netflix,
WEF, or one of these other fucking.
Netflix had a documentary, dude. Netflix had a documentary in 2019 that was like, we talked to WEF, we are not ready for another pandemic. And then Trump was like, well, let's buy a bunch of safety things from China. And then next week, he was a xenophobe who hated China. It's like the timeline was so whack in 2019, man.
So as Dom has been saying, we got this today. So this is from RFK Jr. here. He says, thank you, President, for signing this historic executive order today. There's no laboratory that's immune from leaks, and this is going to prevent inadvertent leaks from happening in the future and endangering humanity. I'm going to read you what this says here. It says, Secretary Kennedy tells the story of how America came to fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan and all of the history gain-of-function research, and we cannot point to a single good thing that has come. This is after Trump signed an executive order saying that tax money can no longer go towards funding this shit. Guess what? We already weren't supposed to be doing it anyways. It was illegal for our country to spend tax dollars on gain-of-function research.
But they did it anyway.
That's why Fauci said, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah. And that's why he asked for a pre-pardon.
So, Shock's favorite thing, we're doubling up on laws.
Shock, you have to do if he plays the video, you have to do a Kennedy impression.
I'll do it, yeah. Let me see what he says.
Yeah.
I'll try to translate for him what he means to say. Oh, we got blue tie Trump, savage Trump. Okay.
Mr. President, a gain of function is an historic day, the end of gain of function.
It's hard to hear.
Research funding by the federal government and also controls by private corporations on gain of function studies.
Can you guys hear any of this?
I'll translate, don't worry.
I can barely fucking hear anything.
I can hear a little bit.
The kind of study that was engaged in by the United States military and intelligence agencies beginning in 1947. By 1969, the CIA said that they had reached nuclear equivalency, that they could kill the entire U.S. population
Trump's not listening at all, bro.
I was watching him too.
It's like, yes, we don't like gay division.
And to this kind of research, what they call dual-use research that was for vaccination and also for military.
I can already translate. If no one understands what he's saying,
What do we got, Sean?
This is what he meant to say. He was like,
Now, Mr. Trump, gain-of-function research, I think the military's using it to make the frogs gay, and it's a military weapon to attack the Middle East.
That's what he meant to say.
Oh god.
It's like the movie They Live, except instead of aliens, it's with spike proteins. Only these glasses could show you who has the spike protein. All right, now it's leg day.
Oh, listen to you.
That was horrible. So I can't believe he was almost president.
Oh my god.
Real quick, say what's going on? This is Snap
Snap.
Rah.
Hey, what's going
How you doing,
on?
Snap?
We had some cervezas in Vegas.
So Anthony Fauci, this could be real interesting if we get more information and everything starts pointing towards like, yeah, this guy's a fuckface, which I mean, that's what we're all just going to lean towards, anyways.
Yeah.
It will get really interesting because if they start looking into the auto pen signing of the pardons, because that's not supposed to be something that can be auto penned. That actually has to be signed by the president himself. And there was pardons that were coming out for Hunter Biden while they were at the Trump inauguration. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I will be shocked if we see any sort of justice at all.
Yeah.
But the last topic that I'm going to bring up is another fucking bombshell RFK just drops out of nowhere. This one was at the cabinet meeting that they had last week. And this is wild. He's talking about the HHS, which is what the department that he's in charge of and everything. Just hopefully you guys can hear this.
We have ended HHS.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
You go play it.
As the role as the vector, the principal vector in this country for child trafficking.
What?
Wait. Can you go back?
I'm going to start it over.
Yeah.
Start over.
We have ended HHS as the role as the vector, the principal vector in this country for child trafficking.
What does disease have to do with
Health and Human Services is the principal vector for child trafficking in this country. Make it make sense.
That's literally like the rights version of racism caused cancer. I don't know.
Well, okay, so like Health and Human Services, that goes beyond just like sickness and disease and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him finish talking.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna remind everyone who was in charge of the HHS before. And maybe.
And during the Biden administration, HHS became a collaborator in child trafficking and for sex and for slavery. And we have ended that, and we're very aggressively going out and trying to find these children, 300,000 children that were lost by the Biden administration.
So that's part of the 300,000. That I think it's 400,000 is what they were saying. But just a reminder of who was in charge of the HHS before the Trump team got in. Boom. Shock must have walked away.
Nasty.
That's a man, baby.
That's a man, baby.
This tweet says, when HHS RFK Jr. stated that the Biden HHS was complicit in child trafficking, this is the creepy man that was in charge.
Oh, is that what he was saying? Shit, dude. Oh, yeah, because they want to transition the fuck out of people.
We had some weird people on
gender
drugs.
the term gender affirming care. And anytime someone said that they're killing trans kids and you asked, what do you mean by that? They say, well, they're getting rid of gender affirming care. Which gender affirming care only applies to kids that are under 18.
So Timon, he has a voice thing. He has a throat thing from back in the day. Like it might have been a birth, something at birth. It doesn't cause him pain. It just sounds like he might be in pain.
Yeah.
He lost his voice in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
It was I forgot the term, but yeah, it was a disease that got worse.
Oh yeah, I saw this. The Tyson food.
Yeah.
Will now eliminate petroleum-based dyes.
Yeah.
And it says by the end of this month.
In and out. Got beef tallow back. We're so back, dude.
I don't trust any of these giant corporations that are saying they're cutting these things out when they have a whole nother fucking year to go before they have to.
Yeah.
That's just my
they basically have a year to prove that they're implementing it.
They have a year and a half to get it done.
So
the
technically
end of 2026.
So California technically already banned red dye number 5 way back in 2016. Yep. But the thing is you have until 2030 to actually get that shit out of the state. Which I want to know, because it's California. Like, they have to have something behind it. I don't know how this, like, genuinely good bill got passed. Like, I really don't. Because usually it's like California wants to, like, what was it? Use less plastic for like bottles or something like that. Like less travel sized shampoos and make bigger shampoos. You know what I mean? They wanted to pass that. And then they're like, yeah, well, let's ban styrofoam for all food trucks and also ban gas lawnmowers and put that all shit in the same bill. You know what I mean? They do shit like that. They didn't do that with this red dye bill. So I'm just like, I have no idea how this thing got passed, but it did. But that's the whole point of this. They're going to see if they actually get forced to doing it or not.
Yeah, I always hate that when they throw a bunch of stuff in the bill just to sneak it in there.
But they didn't do that with this one, though. And we still have red dye shit in California, even though it's supposed to be gone in 5 years. They're not doing anything because they gave them such a long lead time.
From what I understand, you guys have different Skittles.
We do?
Yeah, you guys have different Skittles from the rest of the country. That's all I've heard about. Yeah.
Just Skittles, though, not Gatorade or Hot Cheetos or nothing. Everything else still has red dye here. It's just Skittles that complied.
I'm not really a big Skittles guy.
Me neither. Too fruity.
I didn't hate them, but, you know, they weren't my...
I would have M&M's.
Yes.
Dude,
peanut M&M's.
Skittles were my jam.
Because you're gay.
When I participated
you and your boyfriend
in the Devil's Lettuce, and a handful of Skittles went a long way back in those days.
I bet.
But this doesn't surprise me at all. Like Tracy says, KDKA radio host that called Rachel Levine Mr. or a man had to make a public apology. Yeah, you just can't do that in the mainstream anything. Like
that's like,
oh, we've got a Pennsylvania. You know what? One of the most disgusting things I ever seen was when Shapiro was giving fucking Zelensky that tour through their fucking warhead shit, and they were signing bombs.
Disgusting.
I have that clip saved. It's just it's a great motivation to hate that fucker.
Yeah, it rubs you wrong in such a right way.
So that's all I got this evening.
Me, I gotta take off soon anyway, so
perfect.
Yeah.
Dom's got an early morning. He's also 3 hours ahead of the rest of us, so he's almost at tomorrow.
I'm an East Coast team.
Your Cinco de Drinko is just about over.
Yes.
Well, how about you let the people know what you got going on?
My name is, my Twitter handle is Dominic24. Instead of the eyes. Yes,
I'm Dom H? ?
I'm Dom H. I'm a big Italian. I love pasta.
There we go.
Yeah. But anyway, so you can catch me on here every week with you two. Then you can catch me on Saturdays with Dermy, which I'm really looking forward to this week, as Dermy's going to get punished.
So this week is going to be different because Dermy's not allowed to hang out with anyone, right?
Yeah.
So this Saturday, I am actually going to stream snipe Dermy.
Yeah, we'll hang out, right?
And while we're all hanging out, and we'll all watch Dermy and hang out and make fun of him from my channel. But you could go and directly, because if you're watching Dermy, you're gonna want to, like, you'll be able to super chat him and punish him in other ways and stuff like that. So definitely feel free to do that. But if you want to hear people just ripping on him the whole time,
oh yeah, well, I'll be there. I'm looking forward to that.
Saturday. I'm apparently the backup.
So
oh, you're a backup.
Okay, hold on. We're not. Shut up.
Oh,
we're not announcing that.
I might not make it anyway.
Not supposed to talk about that. You have to see if you can, at least a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to get permission.
Maybe.
Permission.
Okay, so we can't talk about this, but he's not going to watch this anyways.
True, because he's a bitch.
He's busy. He's fucking busy. He's doing things. Anyhow, maybe schedule a particular time that you could do something if possible.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's that. Go continue, Dom. Sorry, just wanted.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's
Saturday.
Yeah, so I'll be over there hanging out with you guys, watching him scream like a little bitch. So looking forward to that. And, yes.
I hope he screams. He's probably gonna scream, but I hope it's real.
Oh yeah.
He won't.
But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. You know, the Knicks won, so I'm excited now.
That's game one, right?
Yes.
Not bad. Not bad.
Look what happens. I go away and they win. I'm bad luck, apparently.
Apparently.
Yes. But anyway, guys, you know, good
I'm just
episode.
gonna say Tracy's on
you
fire
guys.
tonight. I completely agree with this too. Mike Johnson could do a lot more. They haven't done shit. Like,
oh, he's such a lazy piece.
Mike Johnson,
bro. Fucking lazy pieces. Whatever the wind blows, bro. He's a Vaughn's paper bag.
But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna.
Oh, you're gonna bounce out? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Anytime.
Night,
And Shake Zula, the Mike Rula.
Yeah.
What you got cooking?
Jeez. You know, just on the Twitter. And then pregame and Ballbusters. And then this week I'm free to do stuff. Next week I won't be.
What does that mean? Like you're like streaming Oblivion or whatever?
Yeah. I'm not sure what I should stream next. Because I keep playing Oblivion, even though
I have to finish Expedition 33, which I'm like probably nowhere's close. Like not even close to halfway. But I have to finish that because I want to go back and play Oblivion.
It's fun. They're both fun. Oh, dude, did you read the article about the interview that the guy gave, the creator?
No.
There's a bomb. His interview is insane. Like, it's like probably the best gaming journalist article of the year. It's an actual article that's worth reading about the gaming industry. This dude worked for Ubisoft. And then he said his favorite game franchise is Final Fantasy. So then he quits during COVID because he got bored to make his own game. And he found all his employees on Reddit and SoundCloud.
I heard, so I caught the last bit of that on Gronking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wild.
that's fucking cool. That soundtrack, dude, I was playing yesterday. That's what I did yesterday. Yesterday turned into video game day.
Yay.
And so I played Expedition 33 for maybe 5-6 hours. That fucking soundtrack hits.
Sick,
like,
bro.
Dude.
It turns into like, it's like an orchestra with like a cello, the bass tone, like cellos and the violin, and then like the synth and the drums, and it turns into like a Kanye song. And like, oh shit, music's getting fire. Helps you dodge better. I'm convinced better. Helps you parry better.
I'm curious if you come across that keyboard thing now that I've like brought it to your attention. If you ever hit parry or dodge and the animation doesn't happen, that's because the mouse is active and it's ignored the keyboard inputs for some reason, and that only happens during battle.
And now that I think about it, you'll still get the dodge animation even though you're too slow and get hit anyway. So you should be getting the animation regardless.
Yes, you should be getting even no matter what the timing is. You should see the animation.
The windows are still really small. The windows
Yeah.
are short,
So
man.
when it's working, I'm fine. Like you were bitching about the Reapers or whatever. Like I've mastered the Reaper timing almost. Like
really,
yeah, that's not an issue.
I did like a it was like 1 a.m, and then that Reaper fucked me up, and I go, I don't feel like memorizing a new enemy type. I'm done. And then I didn't pick it up again because I'm just like, if I pick it up again, I'm in a new world with new enemies I have to memorize the rhythm to, and I just don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
That was my only thing. And then I played Oblivion. I keep saying I'm not gonna play it, but I end up keep playing it because I don't know. I also want to try Lords of the Fallen.
I might be able to help you play that for free.
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, is it on Game? Oh, that's right. It is on Game Pass.
We can talk about the DLC.
We could do the what you call it. We can do co-op.
They have co-op. Yeah,
they do.
Is the DLC pay to win or something? I remember you sent me a screenshot of all that shit.
I don't remember anything about DLC per se. There was a massive update.
Yeah, it was a massive update.
Real quick, just want to say, well, Tracy, I'm glad you found the channel. If you liked it, feel free to sub, hang out. We do another show on Thursdays here called The Weekend Pregame, where we just talk about weird shit I find on the internet.
She said, fuck this shit, I'm out. These weebs and their French RPGs.
Yeah. And then so Cloud's mayor or his governor is going to sue Trump. Sure.
Brianna Wu?
No, he's got some dumb fucking Chinese woman running his state. She's a terrible fucking person. She's an absolutely terrible person.
I'm sure she is.
Possibly worse than Brianna Wu. Well, I don't know. Brianna Wu is just a massive liar. Anyhow, yeah. So Weekend Pregame, we're going to talk about Zuckerberg and his Trying to Be One of Us tour that he went on.
That was great.
Where he talks about how he wishes he was human. And his robot friends are going to take over the world and be your friend too. We also got this something started today, a little Diddy child, a trial. So we'll see if I've got any news about that, because I would love to talk about that on Thursday. And then we've also got the all the racism with the Shiloh, whatever her name is, and the stuff. We'll see what I can dig up for that this week. Yeah, that's all I got. You know what? Hold on real quick. I wanted to, because I did not play this at the beginning. I didn't edit it. Never mind. We'll save it for next week.
Oh, well. Good night.
Let's see. Do I got anything I could play anyways? Sure.
Which I was there. I watched in person. I was there along with Taylor Swift.